Is reality a fixed, immutable truth, or a fluid canvas that we can influence? Before we dive in, let's be honest. Is this just more New Age fluff? Or is there something here rooted in real, discernible principles? The answer to that question could change everything for you, because your life is either the product of chance or the result of your ability to bend reality to your will. Why should you care about any of this? Because mastering this ability isn't about acquiring superficial desires. It's about consciously creating a fulfilling, joyful, and abundant life, instead of being dictated by circumstances, finally realizing your full potential and purpose. This isn't about wishful thinking. It's about understanding the mechanics of how our inner world shapes our outer experiences, paving the way for profound personal growth and lasting fulfillment. The central premise we'll explore is that reality is indeed shaped by our internal state, our beliefs, emotions, and intentions, and that we can learn to consciously influence it. This isn't about acquiring a magical power, but about aligning with universal laws to steer your life in the direction you desire. Think of it like learning to sail. You don't change the wind, but you skillfully adjust your sails to reach your destination. This journey requires taking personal responsibility, acknowledging that you are the architect of your own experiences, and that the power to transform your reality lies within you. We'll be touching upon what I call the 3 pillars of reality bending, 3 essential aspects of our internal state that, when mastered, unlock the ability to influence reality. It involves understanding your thoughts, mastering your emotions, and aligning them with your actions. This isn't some New Age fad. This knowledge has deep roots. Influential figures like Neville Goddard and James Allen have explored these principles for centuries, and their wisdom continues to resonate today. Consider James Allen's "As a Man Thinketh," a foundational text for understanding the power of thought. Moreover, the principles we'll discuss are found in various spiritual and philosophical traditions, echoed by ancient yogis and mystics from the Himalayas, all pointing to the profound connection between our inner world and outer reality. Transforming your own reality can have ripple effects, positively influencing your relationships, your community, and even the world around you. A happier individual creates a more positive environment, leading to better interactions and outcomes. Your personal transformation contributes to a collective consciousness, shaping the world we all inhabit. Yet, mastering reality bending requires a fundamental shift in perspective, challenging deeply ingrained beliefs and assumptions. Are you ready to confront the common belief that we are merely victims of circumstance? It's a limiting idea that keeps you from realizing your potential. Remember, you already have the power within you. This video is about learning how to wield it effectively. At its core, this is deeply tied to the law of attraction, like attracts like. What you focus on, you attract. Positive thoughts attract positive experiences, and vice versa. Now, here's the catch. This isn't about magically conjuring things out of thin air. It's about aligning yourself with opportunities and possibilities, and recognizing that your state of being acts as a magnet, drawing certain experiences into your life. Our subconscious beliefs, most of which are formed in early childhood, often operate automatically, sabotaging our conscious desires. For example, a child who grows up hearing, "Money is the root of all evil," may subconsciously repel wealth later in life, even if they consciously desire financial abundance. In this video, we will embark on a journey of self-discovery and transformation, guiding you through a process of identifying, challenging, and changing your limiting beliefs. We'll explore how to reprogram your subconscious mind for success and happiness, but more on that later. Changing your beliefs is like learning a new language. It requires consistent practice and immersion. So get ready to commit to a specific time frame, like a 21-day challenge, where you'll dedicate time each day to reprogramming your subconscious beliefs. So, is reality fixed or malleable? What if you could tap into the hidden potential of your mind to create the life you desire? What if the only thing holding you back is a set of limiting beliefs? Are your thoughts holding you back, or are your emotions sabotaging your efforts? I know you are asking yourself these questions, and this video will reveal the specific steps to master each of the 3 pillars of reality bending. Have you been seeing repeating numbers lately, like 444 or 9999? They might be more than just coincidence. They might be messages from the universe, guiding your path to bending reality. In this video, you will not only learn the theory, but gain practical tools to transform your life, starting today. Are you ready to begin? Because, in this video, I'm going to provide you with a complete, step-by-step guide to bending reality. So, are you ready to finally take control and become the architect of your own reality? The first step is understanding and implementing the 3 pillars of reality bending. These pillars are not just abstract concepts. They are the foundational elements upon which you can build a life of purpose, joy, and abundance. And the best part, you already possess the tools to master them. Let's begin our deep dive with the first pillar, belief sculpting. Think of your mind as a vast garden and your beliefs as the seeds you plant. Nurture positive beliefs and you'll reap a bountiful harvest. Allow negative ones to fester and they'll choke the life out of your dreams. Belief sculpting is the conscious process of identifying those weeds, limiting beliefs, carefully uprooting them, and then cultivating fertile ground for empowering beliefs to take root and flourish. It's about becoming the artist of your own mind, chipping away at the unwanted stone to reveal the masterpiece within. Just as a sculptor carefully selects their tools and materials, you too must become discerning about the thoughts and ideas you allow to shape your inner world. But how exactly do we identify these hidden, limiting beliefs that are holding us back from achieving what we want? Well, that is the first step. We must become aware of what beliefs we already hold. One of the most effective methods is keeping a thought journal. This isn't just about recording your daily activities. It's about capturing the recurring negative thoughts and self-doubts that creep into your mind. Pay close attention to your emotional reactions to specific situations. Do you consistently feel anxious when thinking about finances? That could be a sign of a limiting belief around wealth. Do you cringe at the thought of speaking in public? That might indicate a fear of judgment or inadequacy. Once you identify these patterns, analyze their origin. Where did these beliefs come from? Were they passed down from your parents, reinforced by societal norms, or born out of past experiences? Understanding the root cause is the first step in dismantling their power over you. For instance, many people carry limiting beliefs about wealth, such as money is scarce, or I'm not good enough to be rich. These beliefs can manifest as self-sabotaging behaviors, preventing them from pursuing opportunities or taking risks that could lead to financial success. Similarly, beliefs about relationships, like I'm not lovable or all relationships end in heartbreak, can hinder their ability to form meaningful connections. Or consider the common limiting belief, I'm not smart enough, which can prevent individuals from pursuing higher education or career advancement. In fact, these beliefs keep the door closed to success, preventing them from even beginning the journey. Once you've identified a limiting belief, it's time to challenge its validity. Ask yourself, what evidence supports this belief? Is it based on facts or assumptions? Are there alternative perspectives that I haven't considered? Often, you'll find that limiting beliefs are based on outdated information, distorted perceptions, or simply stories we've told ourselves for so long that we've accepted them as truth. Now, here's where things get interesting. Question the source of your beliefs. Did someone tell you that you weren't good at something? Did you have a bad experience that you generalized into a universal truth? Challenge those narratives. For example, if you believe you're not good at public speaking, question whether that's truly the case. Have you consistently failed, or was there one bad experience that you've allowed to define your perception of your abilities? Explore alternative perspectives. Instead of focusing on the possibility of failure, visualize success and imagine the positive outcomes of delivering a compelling presentation. Consider the idea that you don't have to be perfect. Embrace the idea of continuous improvement. Now comes the most transformative part, replacing those limiting beliefs with empowering ones. This is where you actively rewrite the narrative of your life, consciously choosing to believe in your potential and capabilities. One of the most effective techniques for belief replacement is creating affirmations. These are positive statements that you repeat to yourself regularly, reinforcing the new beliefs you want to embody. For example, if you struggle with self-doubt, you might create an affirmation like, "I am confident, capable, and worthy of success." Repeat this affirmation several times a day, especially in moments when you feel doubt creeping in. Visualization is another powerful tool. Close your eyes and imagine yourself already achieving your goals, feeling the emotions of success, and living the life you desire. This helps to create a positive emotional association with your goals, making them more attractive and attainable. Surround yourself with positive influences, people who believe in you, books that inspire you, and environments that uplift you. This creates a supportive ecosystem that reinforces your new beliefs and helps you stay on track. Remember that 21-day challenge we discussed. This is the perfect opportunity to put it into practice. Let's put this into action with a simple belief sculpting exercise. Take a moment right now to identify one limiting belief that's been holding you back. Write it down. Now, craft a corresponding empowering affirmation that directly contradicts that belief. For example, if your limiting belief is, "I'm not good enough," your empowering affirmation could be, "I am worthy, capable, and deserving of all good things." Commit to repeating this affirmation daily for the next 21 days, and watch as your subconscious mind begins to reprogram itself for success. While you are repeating this affirmation, if you happen to see the number 9999, take this as a sign from the universe that your journey of belief sculpting is coming to a fruitful end, and that you're on the verge of a major breakthrough. Take that as a cue to double down your efforts. Now, let's move on to the second pillar, emotional alchemy. Emotions are the lifeblood of our experiences, coloring our perceptions and influencing our actions. But what happens when those emotions are negative? Do we become victims of our own feelings, or can we learn to transform them into positive catalysts for change? Emotional alchemy is the process of consciously shifting our emotional states, turning leaden feelings of anger, fear, and sadness into golden opportunities for growth and transformation. It's not about suppressing or denying your emotions, but about understanding their underlying messages and using them to fuel your personal evolution. The first step in emotional alchemy is developing emotional awareness. You can't transform what you're not aware of. This involves cultivating a deep understanding of your emotional landscape, recognizing the subtle nuances and shifts in your feelings throughout the day. Mindfulness meditation is a powerful tool for increasing emotional awareness. By simply observing your thoughts and feelings without judgment, you can begin to identify patterns and triggers that influence your emotional states. Pay attention to the physical sensations associated with your emotions. Do you feel tension in your shoulders when you're stressed? Does your heart race when you're excited? These physical cues can provide valuable insights into your emotional state. Practice emotional labeling. When you experience an emotion, take a moment to name it. Are you feeling angry, sad, frustrated, or anxious? Simply labeling the emotion can help to reduce its intensity and create a sense of distance. Have you ever noticed that simply naming an emotion seems to lessen its intensity? Once you become aware of your emotions, you can begin to explore techniques for releasing pent-up feelings. Holding on to negative emotions can create blockages in your energy flow, leading to physical and emotional distress. Deep breathing exercises can help to release tension and promote relaxation. When you feel overwhelmed, take a few deep breaths, focusing on the sensation of the air filling your lungs and releasing stress with each exhale. Physical activity is another effective way to release pent-up emotions. Exercise can help to burn off excess energy and promote the release of endorphins, which have mood-boosting effects. Expressive writing, such as journaling, can provide an outlet for processing and releasing difficult emotions. Write freely without censoring yourself, allowing your thoughts and feelings to flow onto the page. Don't be afraid to sit with your emotions. Acknowledge them and allow them to pass through you like clouds in the sky. Avoid the temptation to suppress or distract yourself from uncomfortable feelings. Now, here's where gratitude comes in. Gratitude is a powerful tool for shifting your emotional state from negative to positive. When you focus on what you're grateful for, you activate the reward centers in your brain, releasing dopamine and serotonin, which promote feelings of happiness and well-being. One simple exercise is keeping a gratitude journal. Each day, write down 3 things you're grateful for, no matter how small. This could be anything from a beautiful sunrise to a kind gesture from a friend. Express gratitude to others. Take time to thank the people in your life who support and uplift you. This not only makes them feel good, but also reinforces your own positive emotions. Focus on the positive aspects of your life. Even in challenging situations, there are always things to be grateful for. By consciously shifting your focus to the positive, you can begin to transform your emotional landscape. Let's put this into practice with a simple gratitude exercise. For the next week, commit to listing 3 things you're grateful for each day. Notice how this simple practice shifts your perspective and brings more joy into your life. Are there patterns in what you are grateful for? What does that tell you about yourself? And here's an interesting twist. If you see the number 444 while practicing emotional alchemy, take it as a sign that you are on the right path, that your emotional state is aligning with your desires, and that you are attracting positive outcomes into your life. The universe is giving you the green light, so keep going. Finally, we arrive at the 3rd pillar, intentional action. Beliefs and emotions are powerful, but they're not enough on their own. To truly bend reality, you must take inspired action that aligns with your goals and desires. Intentional action is about consciously directing your energy and efforts towards creating the life you want to live. Think of it as adding jet fuel to your rocket. It connects you to the law of attraction, turning passive desire into active creation. The universe responds to action, not just thought. The first step in intentional action is setting clear, specific, and measurable goals. Vague desires are like unanchored ships, drifting aimlessly without a destination. The SMART goal framework is an excellent tool for creating well-defined goals. SMART stands for specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. For example, instead of saying, "I want to be successful," you might set a goal like, "I will increase my income by 20% in the next 6 months by taking on freelance projects and networking with potential clients." This goal is specific, increase income by 20%. Measurable, track income from freelance projects. Achievable, realistic target based on current skills and opportunities. Relevant, aligned with career aspirations. And time-bound, within the next 6 months. This level of clarity provides a roadmap for your actions and makes it easier to track your progress. Once you have clear goals, you need to develop a focused plan to achieve them. This involves breaking down large goals into smaller, manageable steps, creating a timeline, and identifying potential obstacles. Think of it like planning a road trip. You wouldn't just jump in the car and start driving. You would map out your route, identify potential stops along the way, and prepare for any unexpected detours. Similarly, with your goals, you need to create a detailed plan that outlines the specific actions you need to take, the resources you need to acquire, and the timeline for achieving each milestone. Identify potential obstacles that might hinder your progress, such as lack of time, lack of skills, or lack of resources. Develop strategies for overcoming these obstacles, such as time management techniques, skill-building exercises, or resource-gathering methods. Remember, planning doesn't have to be perfect, but it does have to be intentional. But remember, intention without action is just a wish. So how do we take inspired action? First, follow your intuition. Pay attention to those gut feelings and nudges that guide you towards certain opportunities or decisions. They're often signals from your subconscious mind, pointing you in the direction of your true desires. Second, be open to opportunities. Keep your eyes peeled for synchronicities, coincidences, and serendipitous encounters that might lead you closer to your goals. The universe often speaks in mysterious ways, so be receptive to its messages. Third, trust the process. Have faith that everything is unfolding in your best interests, even when things don't go according to plan. Surrender to the flow of life and trust that you're being guided towards your highest potential. Don't give up even when the going gets tough, and maintain a positive attitude throughout the journey. Let's put this into practice with a simple goal-setting exercise. Identify one small action you can take today to move closer to your goal. It could be sending an email, making a phone call, researching a topic, or simply visualizing your desired outcome. Commit to taking that action right now, and notice how it shifts your energy and propels you forward. If, while pondering this action, you notice the numbers 9999, take it as a sign that the universe is conspiring to help you achieve your goals, and that success is within your reach. Now, let's talk about how these pillars work together. It's crucial to understand that belief sculpting, emotional alchemy, and intentional action are not isolated practices. They are interconnected and work synergistically to create a powerful force for transformation. Your beliefs influence your emotions, which in turn influence your actions, and vice versa. If you hold limiting beliefs about your abilities, you're likely to experience negative emotions like self-doubt and fear, which will then prevent you from taking the necessary actions to achieve your goals. However, by sculpting empowering beliefs, you can cultivate positive emotions like confidence and enthusiasm, which will inspire you to take bold action and create the life you desire. Beliefs are the foundation, emotions are the fuel, and actions are the vehicle that drives you towards your destination. Think of a person who wants to start a business, but believes they lack the skills or resources. This limiting belief triggers feelings of anxiety and self-doubt, preventing them from taking the necessary steps to develop a business plan or seek funding. As a result, their dream remains just that, a dream. But what if that person challenged their limiting belief and replaced it with an empowering one, such as, I have the potential to learn and grow, and I can find the resources I need to succeed. This shift in belief could trigger feelings of confidence and determination, inspiring them to take action, seek mentorship, and develop a solid business plan. With consistent effort and perseverance, they could turn their dream into a reality. Integrating these pillars into your daily life requires conscious effort and commitment. Start by identifying one area of your life you want to transform, whether it's your career, relationships, health, or finances. Then, apply the techniques we've discussed in each of the 3 pillars. Sculpt your beliefs, alchemize your emotions, and take intentional action. As you practice these techniques consistently, you'll begin to notice a shift in your reality as you attract more opportunities, positive experiences, and fulfilling relationships into your life. And if you find yourself seeing repeating numbers along the way, pay attention to the messages the universe is sending you. It might just be a sign that you're on the right path and that your dreams are within reach. Of course, the path to bending reality isn't always smooth. You might encounter challenges like lack of consistency, self-doubt, or resistance from others. Here's the good news. These are all normal experiences, and there are solutions to overcome them. Find an accountability partner who can support and encourage you along the way. Celebrate small victories to maintain momentum and build confidence. Focus on your personal progress rather than comparing yourself to others. Silence those inner critics by reaffirming your empowering beliefs and focusing on your strengths. And remember that numbers and signs from the universe are there to guide you, offering reassurance and validation when you need it most. So, are you ready to integrate these pillars into your life and begin bending reality to your will? What if your beliefs are a garden that requires constant tending? What if your emotions are an ocean that you can learn to navigate skillfully? What if your actions are the brushstrokes that paint the masterpiece of your life? In the next section, we will dive deeper into interpreting the signs from the universe and create a tailored personal plan that integrates the three pillars so that you can begin bending reality to your will. Now, if you're still doubting whether any of this is real, that's perfectly normal. It's healthy to question, but what if I told you that doubt itself is often the very first hurdle you must overcome? It's that nagging voice whispering in the back of your mind, the one that says, "This is too good to be true," or "This won't work for me." But what if you could quiet that voice and begin to see the world through a lens of possibility? Let's explore this idea through the eyes of someone we'll call Sarah. Meet Sarah, a 35-year-old who felt utterly stuck. A deadened job, a string of bad relationships. Life just seemed to keep serving her lemons. She tried everything: positive thinking, affirmations, but nothing seemed to truly shift the needle. She was starting to feel like a magnet for misfortune, a walking embodiment of Murphy's Law. But here's the rub. Sarah's skepticism was a self-fulfilling prophecy, reinforcing the very reality she was trying to escape. Her subconscious was so used to expecting the worst that it actively sought out evidence to confirm those expectations. And maybe you can relate. Then, one day, something peculiar began to happen. Sarah started noticing the number 222 everywhere on license plates, clerks' receipts. It was like the universe was trying to get her attention. At first, she shrugged it off as a coincidence, a quirk of pattern recognition. But as the occurrences multiplied, it became impossible to ignore. This is where it gets interesting. What do you do when the universe seems to be sending you a message? Well, Sarah did some digging. In numerology, 222 is often interpreted as a message to trust that everything is working out for your highest good, even if you can't see it yet. It's a reminder to have faith, to persevere, and to stay aligned with your goals despite any challenges you may be facing. So, what's the first step you can take when you start seeing repeating numbers? Research the potential meanings, and then see how they might apply to your current situation. Initially, even with this newfound knowledge, Sarah's limiting beliefs were stubbornly blocking her progress. She was going through the motions of affirmations and positive thinking, but deep down, she didn't truly believe she was worthy of success or love. Her subconscious was sabotaging her conscious efforts, like a mischievous gremlin pulling the levers behind the scenes. She realized that surface-level changes weren't enough. She needed to dig deeper and address the root cause of her negativity. Does this resonate with you? Have you ever felt like you're trying to climb a mountain with a backpack full of rocks? That's when Sarah discovered belief sculpting techniques and started keeping a thought journal, meticulously noting the negative self-talk that ran rampant through her mind. She began questioning the validity of those thoughts, dissecting them like a scientist examining a specimen under a microscope. Is this really true? She would ask herself. Is there another way to look at this? She challenged the long-held assumptions that had shaped her reality, gradually chipping away at the walls of her self-imposed prison. She focused on small, manageable changes rather than drastic overhauls, knowing that lasting transformation requires patience and persistence. For example, instead of trying to convince herself that she was a millionaire overnight, she started by affirming her ability to attract abundance and create value in the world. Slowly, subtly, Sarah began to feel a sense of lightness she hadn't felt in years. The weight on her shoulders seemed to ease, and a flicker of hope ignited within her heart. She began to believe that maybe, just maybe, things could change. As she started making progress, another sign appeared, the number 444. To Sarah, this felt like a cosmic high-five. She interpreted it as a sign from the universe that she was on the right track and to keep pushing forward with unwavering determination. Are you starting to see how these signs can act as breadcrumbs on your path? Even with her newfound belief sculpting skills, Sarah still struggled with fear and anxiety, especially when she dared to step outside her comfort zone. Public speaking, networking events, and even asking for a raise at work filled her with dread. She realized that she needed to learn how to manage her emotions, not just her thoughts, if she wanted to truly bend her reality. It's like trying to steer a ship with a broken rudder. You might have a clear destination in mind, but you'll struggle to stay on course without emotional stability. So, she started practicing emotional alchemy techniques. Sarah started meditating for just 5 minutes each day, focusing on her breath and observing her emotions without judgment. She imagined herself as an unbiased observer, watching her feelings arise and dissipate like clouds in the sky. She also started writing down 3 things she was grateful for each morning, even on the difficult days, consciously shifting her focus to the positive aspects of her life. And when she felt overwhelmed by negative emotions, she practiced emotional release exercises, such as shaking her body, screaming into a pillow, or engaging in physical activity to burn off excess energy. She was turning her negative emotions into fuel, transmuting lead into gold. Gradually, Sarah learned to transform her fear into faith. Instead of dwelling on worst-case scenarios, she started visualizing her success and focusing on the positive outcomes. She started to believe that she could handle whatever challenges came her way, that she was resilient and resourceful, and that the universe had her back. Now, instead of being paralyzed by fear, she used it as a signal to prepare, to plan, and to take calculated risks. Fear became her compass, guiding her towards growth and opportunity. What if you could embrace fear as a catalyst for change? And then came another message from the universe, 666. This wasn't something to be scared of. Sarah learned that sometimes 666 can mean that you need to get out of the material world and focus on the spiritual. She needed to refocus and align with her higher purpose. Remember, these signs aren't always what they seem. It's about finding the personal meaning within them. But Sarah also realized that belief sculpting and emotional alchemy were not enough. She needed to take intentional action that aligned with her goals and desires. She couldn't just sit around and wait for things to happen. She needed to actively create the life she wanted. It's like planting a seed. You can nurture it with positive thoughts and emotions, but you also need to water it, fertilize it, and protect it from pests if you want it to grow into a thriving plant. This is where so many people fall short. Sarah started by setting clear, specific, and measurable goals, breaking them down into smaller, manageable steps. She decided that she wanted to start her own business. She started by researching her target market, creating a business plan, and networking with other entrepreneurs. She was building her dream brick by brick, laying a solid foundation for future success. No more drifting aimlessly. She was now a guided missile, laser-focused on her target. But she didn't just blindly follow her plan. She also learned to take inspired action, following her intuition and being open to opportunities that arose along the way. She got a gut feeling that she should attend a particular networking event. She went, even though she was nervous, and met someone who became a valuable mentor. This mentor provided her with invaluable advice, guidance, and connections, accelerating her progress and helping her avoid costly mistakes. She was learning to dance with the universe, responding to its cues and trusting its guidance. Then, Sarah glanced at her watch and saw the time, 7:77. She knew what this meant. Luck was on her side. This was a clear message that she was on the right track and encouraged her to continue manifesting her desires with unwavering conviction. She had reached a flow state. All she needed to do was keep going, and so she did. Sarah's business took off, and she started making more money than she ever thought possible. She also attracted a loving and supportive partner into her life, someone who celebrated her successes and supported her through challenges. She had transformed her reality from one of scarcity and loneliness to one of abundance and connection. But her transformation didn't just impact her own life. It also created a ripple effect in the lives of others. Sarah became a mentor to other aspiring entrepreneurs, sharing her knowledge and inspiring them to pursue their dreams. Her positive energy and success inspired others to believe in their own potential and take action towards creating the lives they wanted. It was like she had become a beacon of hope, illuminating the path for others to follow. How can your transformation inspire others? What ripple effect can you create in the world? As her happiness grew, she saw one final sign, the number 9999. To Sarah, this meant that one chapter in her life had come to an end, but a better chapter was about to begin. If you see this, remember that every ending is a new beginning. Sarah realized that bending reality is not a one-time fix, but a lifelong process of continuous growth and self-discovery. There would be times when she felt like giving up, but it's important to remember why she started. She continues to practice belief sculpting, emotional alchemy, and intentional action, always striving to become the best version of herself. What final sign will you receive to let you know this is real? What are the next steps you can take to ensure you continue bending reality? Remember this. Bending reality is about going back to how you were as a child, fearless. What if you could reclaim that childlike sense of wonder and possibility and begin to see the world with fresh eyes? What if you could unlock your full potential and create a life beyond your wildest dreams? This is what's waiting for you. Now, before we conclude, I want to share something truly special with you, a technique that will amplify your ability to manifest your desires and bend reality to your will almost effortlessly. Now, you might be wondering, how do I make all of this stick? How do I integrate belief sculpting, emotional alchemy, and intentional action into my daily life so it becomes second nature? The answer lies in consistent practice, in establishing a daily ritual that reinforces your desired reality. Think of it like building a muscle or learning a new skill. Sporadic bursts of activity won't cut it. It's the consistent, day-in, day-out effort that yields the most profound results. Remember Sarah. She didn't just bend reality overnight. Her shift came when she made a commitment to a daily routine. She was no longer a victim. She was an active participant in her journey. How can you follow in her footsteps? Creating a daily ritual doesn't have to be daunting or time-consuming. Start small, with just 15-30 minutes each day, and gradually increase the duration as you become more comfortable. Set a specific time each day for your practice, whether it's first thing in the morning before the world starts clamoring for your attention, or right before bed, as a way of solidifying your intentions before you sleep. Perhaps you're a night owl and feel that you would benefit most by practicing after everyone has gone to bed. Choose a time that aligns with your energy and schedule. Create a dedicated space where you can focus without distractions, a sanctuary where you can connect with your inner self. Use reminders, such as alarms or sticky notes, to stay on track, and treat your daily ritual as a non-negotiable appointment with yourself. This is time dedicated to you. For example, Sarah set aside 20 minutes each morning before work. She would spend 5 minutes on gratitude, 5 minutes visualizing her goals, and 10 minutes on affirmations. What small steps can you take to establish your own daily practice? But what happens when life throws you a curveball, when you miss a day or two, or even a week? It's normal to fall off track. We all do. The key is to practice self-compassion and get back on track as soon as possible without self-judgment. If you miss a day, don't beat yourself up about it. Don't fall into the trap of believing you've ruined all of your progress. Just acknowledge it, forgive yourself, and start again the next day. The important thing is to keep moving forward, to keep nurturing your inner garden. Maybe you can tell yourself, I am human and I make mistakes, but I will not let this mistake define me. Or even, I choose to learn and grow from this experience, and I recommit to my daily practice with renewed enthusiasm. What specific practices can you implement to ensure you continue on your journey to bend reality, even when life gets in the way? And if you happen to glance at the clock during your practice and see the number 0, take note. This is a powerful sign that you are one with the universe, that you are infinite, and that you are in alignment with your goals. Acknowledge it, embrace it, and allow it to fuel your journey forward. This isn't just a coincidence, it's the universe whispering, you've got this. Now, let's dive even deeper into the secret ingredient that makes all of this work, feeling. Emotions are the driving force behind manifestation, amplifying the power of your thoughts and intentions. Simply thinking positive thoughts isn't enough. You must feel the emotions associated with your desired reality. It's like ordering food at a restaurant. You can think about the delicious meal all you want, but it won't magically appear until you place the order with emotion, with the absolute belief that you are going to receive it. The universe responds to your feelings, not just your thoughts. Are you truly feeling the reality you wish to manifest? So, how do you evoke positive emotions on demand? Visualization is a powerful tool. Close your eyes and visualize your desired reality in vivid detail, engaging all of your senses. Imagine what it looks like, smells like, sounds like, tastes like, and feels like. Focus on the positive emotions associated with that reality, such as joy, gratitude, and excitement. Gratitude practices are another effective way to cultivate positive emotions. Take a few moments each day to appreciate the good things in your life, no matter how small they may seem. Focus on the positive aspects of your relationships, your health, your opportunities, and your experiences. And don't forget about affirmations. Repeat positive statements about yourself and your life with conviction and emotion. For example, I am worthy of love and abundance, or I am capable of achieving my goals, or I am grateful for all the blessings in my life. Remember emotional alchemy. How can you use it to amplify these feelings? But what about the negative emotions, the feelings of fear, doubt, and anger that inevitably arise along the way? Instead of suppressing or denying them, learn to transform them into fuel for positive change, to transmute them into motivation and inspiration. Instead of dwelling on feelings of jealousy, use them as motivation to improve yourself and achieve your goals. Ask yourself, what can I learn from this person? What steps can I take to achieve similar success? Recognize that you aren't there yet, and allow that awareness to propel you forward. Don't be jealous of someone else's success. Be inspired by it. How can you shift your perspective to see challenges as opportunities for growth? And if you happen to notice the number 111, the universe is snapping pictures of your thoughts. Make sure you are in alignment with your goals, because you might just get what you want. Now, let's address a common concern. What happens when you're putting in the work, but you're not seeing the results you desire? It's natural to feel frustrated when you're not seeing immediate results. Manifestation takes time and patience, like planting a seed and waiting for it to sprout. There are several potential roadblocks that can hinder your progress. Perhaps you have underlying limiting beliefs that are blocking your progress, or you're not consistently practicing the techniques, or you're allowing negative emotions to sabotage your efforts. Maybe you're checking too often, constantly looking for evidence that your manifestation is working, which actually pushes it further away. Explore the idea of checking and how this actively harms the process. You are actively focusing on the lack of what you desire instead of what you do desire. How can you release the need to control the outcome? To overcome these roadblocks, revisit your belief sculpting exercises to identify and challenge any hidden limiting beliefs. Dig deep and ask yourself, what am I truly afraid of? What am I afraid will happen if I achieve my goals? Practice emotional release techniques to clear any lingering negative emotions. Commit to a more consistent daily ritual, even if it's just for a few minutes each day. Ask yourself, what questions should I be asking myself right now? What areas of my life should I be focusing on? What am I doing to actively block my own success? Remember that bending reality is not about instant gratification, but about aligning yourself with universal principles and trusting the process. Instead of focusing on the lack of immediate results, celebrate the small victories and acknowledge the progress you've made. Every step forward, no matter how small, is a step in the right direction. Focus on becoming the person who already possesses your desires, embodying the qualities and characteristics of your future self. How does focusing on becoming impact your results? And if you see the number 222 during this time, take heart. Your manifestations are being created. Be patient and don't give up. The universe is working behind the scenes, orchestrating events in your favor. Finally, as you master these foundational techniques, know that there are even more advanced concepts waiting to be explored, techniques that can further accelerate the process of bending reality. Once you've mastered the basics of belief sculpting, emotional alchemy, and intentional action, you can explore more advanced techniques such as quantum jumping, which involves shifting your consciousness to a parallel reality where your desires already exist. Reality transurfing, which teaches you how to navigate the sea of possibilities and choose the timelines that align with your goals. And timeline shifting, which allows you to consciously alter your past, present, and future. Each of these deserves its own deep dive. Do these advanced techniques pique your interest? In the next video, we'll explore the power of quantum jumping and how you can use it to shift into your desired reality. I'll provide you with practical guidance on how to implement this technique, step by step. In the meantime, continue practicing the techniques discussed in this video, remembering that consistency is key to unlocking your full potential. Bending reality is a lifelong journey, not a destination. Keep practicing, keep believing, and keep taking action. The more you practice, the more powerful you become. And know this, if you see the number 333, you are in alignment and on your way. The universe is conspiring to help you succeed. So, you've mastered the basics. You know that consistent practice of these techniques is key to unlocking your full potential. But how do you make this a lasting change? How do you avoid burnout or feeling overwhelmed by the enormity of the task? The answer lies in micro-adjustments. Small, incremental changes in your thoughts, emotions, and actions that over time create a seismic shift in your reality. It's not about trying to overhaul your entire life overnight, but rather about making tiny, manageable tweaks that accumulate into something extraordinary. It's a more sustainable and, frankly, more realistic approach. Think about it. Instead of waking up one day and declaring, "I am now a millionaire," you might start by shifting your thinking from, "I'll never be successful," to, "I'm taking steps to improve my skills every day." Or, instead of forcing yourself to feel joyous all the time, you might simply focus on finding one thing each day that you're grateful for. Remember Sarah, the skeptic we discussed earlier. Her initial micro-adjustments were deceptively simple. She started by making her bed every morning, intentional action, a task she had previously considered pointless. This small act instilled a sense of accomplishment and control. She also began replacing negative self-talk with neutral observations. Instead of thinking, "I'm so awkward at networking events," she would tell herself, "I feel a little uncomfortable at networking events." The difference was subtle, but the impact was profound. What seemingly insignificant micro-adjustments can you introduce into your daily routine? The beauty of micro-adjustments is how seamlessly the three pillars can integrate into your everyday life. Take, for example, a stressful commute. Instead of succumbing to frustration, practice mindfulness, emotional alchemy, by focusing on your breath and observing your surroundings. Challenge negative thoughts about being late or stuck in traffic, belief sculpting, by reminding yourself that everything happens for a reason and that this situation might present an unexpected opportunity. And instead of complaining or getting angry, decide to listen to an educational podcast or inspiring audiobook, intentional action, turning your commute into a productive and enjoyable experience. Imagine getting into a fender bender on the way to work. Initially, you're upset. You're going to be late, you might have to pay a deductible, and your car is damaged. How can you reframe the situation using the three pillars? First, find a way to calm down. Maybe you put on soothing music and focus on your breathing. Then, find the silver lining. This is an opportunity to practice patience, an opportunity to forgive, an opportunity to handle a stressful situation with grace. Perhaps this is a sign that you need to slow down and be more careful. If, in this moment, you glanced at your clock and saw 444, take heart. The universe is telling you that you are on the right path, even amidst this temporary setback. Remember, these micro-adjustments, when practiced consistently, create a cumulative effect that leads to significant and lasting change over time. Each small step you take may seem insignificant on its own, but over time, they add up to a major transformation. It's like compound interest for your life. Sarah's initial microadjustments snowballed into a complete transformation. Her consistent practice of making her bed, challenging negative thoughts, and seeking out small joys led to increased confidence, improved relationships, and a more fulfilling career. She went from feeling like a victim of circumstance to the architect of her own reality, a testament to the power of compounding positive change. And speaking of change, if you start seeing the number 555 everywhere, know that significant change is afoot. You are changing rapidly, and things are going to be all right, even if it doesn't feel that way right now. Trust the process, embrace the change, and know that you are being guided towards your highest good. Now, let's talk about something crucial: course correcting. Bending reality isn't a one-time event. It's an ongoing process of adaptation and refinement. Think of it like navigating a ship or flying a plane. You don't just set the course and hope for the best. You constantly adjust the controls based on feedback and changing conditions. A pilot doesn't simply take off and trust their instruments. They are in constant communication with air traffic control. They are constantly aware of wind speeds and atmospheric pressure, and they are ready to change course at any moment. That is why many airplanes never fly directly from point A to point B. Rather, they make incremental adjustments to arrive at their destination. In the same way, bending reality is all about real-time awareness and skillful adaptation. To effectively course correct, you must cultivate a heightened awareness of your thoughts, emotions, and actions in the present moment. This allows you to identify when you're veering off course and make timely adjustments. For instance, if you notice yourself starting to feel anxious about an upcoming presentation, immediately practice a calming technique, such as deep breathing or visualization, rather than letting the anxiety spiral out of control. What happens when you aren't present in real time? You allow your negative feelings to fester. You might overreact. You will likely act out of alignment. Essentially, you give your power away to your external circumstances rather than consciously choosing to control your internal state. Life will inevitably throw you curveballs, and bending reality is about adapting to those unexpected events with resilience and grace. Losing a job, for example, can be devastating. But it can also be an opportunity to pursue a new passion, start a business, or reinvent yourself in ways you never thought possible. It's about reframing the situation and choosing to see the potential for growth and opportunity, even amidst adversity. How would you adapt using the 3 pillars? First, you would allow yourself to feel your emotions, but you wouldn't let those feelings control you. You would then begin to actively search for the silver linings. Finally, you would start taking inspired action steps, such as networking, updating your resume, or acquiring new skills to make yourself a more attractive candidate. And here's something interesting. If you start seeing the number 666, don't panic. This isn't necessarily a bad sign. It may simply be telling you that you need to focus more on your spiritual side, that it's time to get into alignment with your true self. You might benefit by taking up meditation, journaling, or spending more time in nature. Let's face it. One of the biggest obstacles to bending reality is the fear of making the wrong decision. What if I choose the wrong path? What if I waste my time and energy on something that doesn't work out? These doubts can be paralyzing, preventing you from taking any action at all. It's natural to worry about making the wrong choice, but remember that there are no wrong decisions, only learning opportunities. Every decision, even those that seem like mistakes, can provide valuable lessons and insights that propel you forward. How can you reframe decisions as lessons? By asking yourself, what did I learn from this experience? How can I use this knowledge to make better decisions in the future? By recognizing that every outcome, regardless of whether it's positive or negative, provides an opportunity for growth and self-discovery. Instead of getting caught up in the what-ifs, focus on trusting your intuition. That inner voice knows more than you think. It's that gut feeling, that quiet nudge that guides you towards the right path. If you have a gut feeling about a particular opportunity, trust that feeling and explore it further, even if it doesn't make logical sense. What if your intuition is wrong? Even if things don't turn out as you expect, trusting your intuition strengthens your connection to your inner wisdom, making it easier to navigate future decisions. You are learning to discern the voice of your intuition from the voice of fear. Consider the case of Maria, who felt a strong pull to leave her stable corporate job and start her own creative business, even though it seemed risky and impractical. Despite the doubts of her friends and family, she trusted her intuition and took the leap. While she faced numerous challenges along the way, she ultimately built a successful and fulfilling career that aligned with her passions and values. Her failure was the foundation of her ultimate success. And if you keep seeing the number 777, you are definitely on the right path. Luck is on your side, so keep pushing forward with confidence and conviction. Now, let's talk about how you can take your understanding of reality bending to an entirely new level by integrating numerology with the 3 pillars framework. Understanding the messages from repeating numbers can provide enhanced guidance when combined with belief sculpting, emotional alchemy, and intentional action. Imagine that you're practicing belief sculpting, working to dismantle limiting beliefs about your worthiness. You're affirming your value and deservingness, challenging those old, ingrained patterns. Suddenly, you start seeing 888 everywhere on license plates, receipts, digital clocks. This could be interpreted as a sign that abundance is flowing your way and that you should continue challenging any limiting beliefs about wealth and self-worth. What about emotional alchemy? Let's say you're working to transform jealousy into inspiration, using mindfulness and meditation to shift your perspective. Then you see 888. This could be confirmation that you are successfully transforming your emotions and aligning yourself with abundance and prosperity. Perhaps this is a signal that you are about to receive unexpected income. This can provide further motivation to clear those limiting beliefs and adopt new, positive habits. While general numerological interpretations are helpful, the most important aspect is the personal validation and resonance one feels with the message. The same number sequence might mean different things to different people, depending on their individual circumstances and intentions. Trust your own intuition to guide you in interpreting the messages you receive. Consider David, a viewer struggling with self-doubt as he started his own business. He had read that 222 symbolized alignment and patience, but it wasn't until he meditated on his specific anxieties and intentions that he felt the number truly resonated. For him, seeing 222 wasn't just about general encouragement. It was a direct message to trust his unique path, even when progress felt slow. He didn't rush or force things. Rather, he used the number as encouragement to stay the course. Here's another example. You're feeling stuck, stagnant, but you've also been working on new projects. Then you see 999. Release old patterns, belief sculpting, embrace change with excitement, emotional alchemy, and actively seek new opportunities, intentional action. Perhaps you reach out to mentors, collaborate with others, or try new techniques. You are embracing this numerical message in alignment with the 3 pillars. And finally, if you're seeing 888 frequently, especially in the context of working with the 3 pillars, get ready. Abundance is on its way. We just discussed integrating numerology with the 3 pillars to enhance your personal journey. And finally, let's discuss how bending reality transcends the individual. It's not a solitary pursuit, a lone wolf endeavor. In fact, the very idea is a misconception, isn't it? Are we truly ever alone? Or are we all interconnected, like threads in a vast cosmic tapestry? Our thoughts, emotions, and actions don't just shape our reality. They ripple outwards, influencing the reality of everyone around us, contributing to a collective consciousness. Think back to Sarah, the skeptic. As she bent her reality, did it only benefit her? Or did her newfound positivity and confidence impact her relationships, her work environment, and even her community. Bending reality isn't just about personal gain. It's about contributing to a more harmonious world. And that's where the power of shared intentions comes in. What if we focused our collective energy, our shared intentions, on creating positive change? What if we amplified our individual efforts by joining together in group meditations, visualizations, or acts of service? Imagine a group of people visualizing world peace, sending out waves of love and compassion. Do you think that could have an impact? Of course it could. But what if the shared intentions are negative? What if a group of people are focused on fear, hate, or destruction? How do you protect yourself from that kind of collective energy? The answer lies in cultivating compassion and empathy. By recognizing the inherent worth and potential of every human being, even those who seem lost or misguided, you create a shield of positive energy around yourself. You support causes that align with your values, volunteer your time and skills, and treat everyone with kindness and respect. This isn't just altruism, it's a powerful act of self-preservation. If, during this time, you keep seeing the number 9999, recognize it. It may be a signal that the world needs your help, and the universe is telling you that you are the right person to do it. But here's the double-edged sword. If our positive state can uplift those around us, the opposite is also true. Our thoughts, emotions, and actions have a direct impact on others. Have you ever noticed how a person radiating positivity can inspire others to believe in themselves and pursue their dreams? Conversely, have you ever been around someone who is constantly negative and critical, bringing everyone down with their words and attitude? Our state of being can either uplift or diminish those around us, so we must acknowledge our responsibility. Emotions are contagious, spreading from person to person like a wave. Have you ever felt happier and more joyful just by being around someone who is happy and joyful? Or have you ever felt angry and resentful simply by being around someone who is angry and resentful? The energy in our environment has a huge impact on our state. In terms of the 3 pillars, belief sculpting means choosing empowering thoughts that uplift yourself and others. Emotional alchemy means transforming negative emotions into positive ones, creating a ripple effect of joy and compassion. And intentional action means making conscious choices that benefit not only yourself, but also the greater good. What number, S, would you see if those around you were being negatively impacted? Pay attention to the signs. Of course, protecting yourself from negativity is crucial. It's vital to set boundaries, practice self-care, and limit exposure to toxic environments. The world is full of challenges, and some people simply aren't in a place to face them head-on. Avoiding gossip, unfollowing negative social media accounts, and spending time in nature can create a protective barrier around your energy field. This can be used as a segue to discussing energy vampires. What are energy vampires? They are individuals who drain the energy of others through negativity, criticism, and manipulation. They might constantly complain, demand attention, or blame others for their problems. Ever feel drained after interacting with someone? Experience increased stress or anxiety? Notice a pattern of negativity and manipulation? These are red flags that you might be dealing with an energy vampire. They might dominate conversations, dismiss your feelings, and always play the victim. Remember Sarah's journey. Did she encounter any energy vampires along the way? How did she handle them? Fortunately, there are ways to shield yourself. Practical techniques include setting clear boundaries, limiting contact, and visualizing a protective shield of light around yourself. You can politely end conversations, decline requests for help, and imagine a bubble of golden light surrounding you, deflecting negative energy. Numbers, too, can be used for protection. What number would the universe send you as a warning? If you start seeing 111, understand that the universe is trying to protect you from negativity. What are your thoughts telling you? What needs protecting? And if you're seeing 0, this means that you are one with the universe. It's a powerful sign that you need to protect yourself, so stay vigilant. There are other ways to use numbers for personal protection. Certain number sequences can be used as personal protective symbols, creating a shield of energy around yourself to ward off negativity and harm. You can repeat the number 333 mentally or visualize it surrounding you as a protective force field. You can even create your own personal protective number sequence based on your birth date, name, or other significant personal information, adding the digits of your birth date together to arrive at a single-digit number, then using that number as the basis for your protective sequence, e.g. 777, 7777. How can you activate this shield? Visualize the number sequence, repeat it mentally, or write it down. Close your eyes, visualize the number sequence surrounding you in a bright, protective light, and repeat it silently to yourself 3 times. And of course, you can use it for validation. It's more important to let yourself be validated by this process. If you are seeing 222, you must remember that you are protected. Be patient. Ready for a practical exercise. It combines intention setting, the 3 pillars, and numerology to create a powerful shield of protection. First, set a clear intention to protect yourself from negativity and harm. Then, use belief sculpting to challenge any limiting beliefs about your vulnerability. I am not powerless. I am strong and resilient. Next, practice emotional alchemy to transform any fear or anxiety into courage and confidence. I am safe and secure. I trust in my ability to handle any challenge. Then, choose a personal protective number sequence and visualize it surrounding you in a bright, protective light. Finally, repeat the exercise daily for 21 days to strengthen the shield. Remember what number represents protection for you. You can use specific visualizations and affirmations to enhance the effectiveness of the exercise. I am surrounded by a shield of protective energy. I am safe, secure, and empowered. I radiate positivity and attract only positive experiences. How would this influence Sarah's story? How would this technique have improved her journey? Experiment with different number sequences and visualizations to find what works best for you. Try different colors for the protective shield, or incorporate other symbols or images that resonate with you. It must team to inspired action. If you're seeing 888, know that abundance is on the way. You are protected. We've talked a lot about protection, but what does it mean when you keep seeing 999? Well, let's talk about psychic protection and closure. What exactly are psychic attacks, and who is at risk? What are the symptoms? Perhaps you are unusually fatigued despite adequate sleep. Or maybe you are experiencing a sudden onset of negative thoughts, anxiety, or depression. Maybe you just have a feeling that something is off, that you're being targeted by negative energy. If you are seeing 999, this is a sign that you need closure from psychic attacks and those that bring negativity to your life. You might be thinking, okay, but how can I integrate the 3 pillars to fend off these attacks? So, to that end, are you setting yourself up for the future? Are you taking what you have learned and projecting it to what you want to achieve? Let's talk about future intention setting and laying the groundwork for tomorrow's reality. It starts with understanding the difference between goals and intentions. Goals tend to be specific and concrete, like earn $10,000 a month or lose 20 pounds. Intentions, on the other hand, are broader and more fluid. They're the guiding principles that shape your overall direction, your values, and your purpose. An intention might be to create abundance and value in the world, or to live a life filled with love and joy. But how do you weave these together? Start by setting your intentions, your overarching vision for the kind of life you want to live. Then break that down into smaller, more manageable goals like chapters in a book that move you closer to realizing that intention. To create powerful future intentions, you must deeply connect with your values, passions, and purpose. Begin by identifying your core values, what truly matters to you in life. Is it freedom, creativity, connection, service, or something else entirely? Then, envision a future where those values are fully expressed in your life, and use affirmations and visualizations to reinforce those intentions. Imagine yourself living in alignment with your values, feeling fulfilled and inspired, and visualize the positive impact you're having on the world. Are you feeling aligned? Are you seeing the number 333? If so, that's a cosmic green light. You're planting the right seeds for the future. You are on track. Planting these seeds for the future is an act of trust, an act of faith. Each intention you set is like a seed you plant in the fertile ground of your subconscious mind. Nurture those seeds with positive emotions and consistent action, and watch them grow into a bountiful harvest. Don't just set intentions and forget about them. Tend to them regularly, watering them with your attention, and watch them flourish. Remember Sarah the skeptic. At first, she planted seeds of doubt and negativity, but as she began to bend her reality, she started planting seeds of hope, belief, and possibility. As those seeds blossomed, they transformed her life in ways she never imagined. Now, let's address a critical piece: the ethical considerations and responsible reality bending. Bending reality isn't a free-for-all. It comes with a responsibility. It's not about manipulating or controlling others, but about empowering yourself to create a better life while respecting the free will of everyone around you. Consider this. Before you attempt to bend reality to your will, ask yourself, is this intention aligned with my highest values? Will it benefit others as well as myself? Am I willing to take responsibility for the consequences? Bending reality is about empowering yourself, not overpowering others. Avoid the trap of manipulation and control. Bending reality is not about forcing others to conform to your desires or manipulating circumstances to your advantage. It's about transforming yourself, your beliefs, and your emotions, and trusting that the universe will respond in kind. Instead of trying to force someone to love you, focus on becoming the most loving and authentic version of yourself, and trust that the right relationship will manifest naturally. The dangers of trying to control others are immense. It can lead to resentment, conflict, and ultimately, the erosion of your own integrity. When you try to control others, you are essentially saying that you don't trust the universe to bring you what you need. Reiterating the key point, every individual has the right to choose their own reality, and it's unethical to interfere with that right. Focus on transforming yourself rather than trying to change others. You can't force someone to change, but you can inspire them by being a living example of the change you want to see in the world. Lead by example, not by force. If, for example, you are seeing 444 frequently, the universe is testing you. You may be about to stray from your morals and beliefs, but the universe wants to guide you in the right direction. Don't disregard it. Okay, let's try a practical exercise. The ripple effect, intention setting ritual. In this step-by-step guide, we will explore a positive change, sculpt beliefs, practice emotional alchemy, visualize and see the numbers, take inspired action, and amplify your psychic protection. First, identify a positive change you want to create in your own life, focusing on something that will also benefit others. For instance, you might say, I intend to create a thriving business that provides valuable products, services to the world, and creates meaningful jobs for others. Next, use belief sculpting techniques to challenge any limiting beliefs that might prevent you from achieving that intention. I release the belief that I'm not good enough to succeed, and embrace the belief that I am capable and worthy of creating a positive impact. After that, evoke positive emotions associated with achieving that intention, such as joy, gratitude, and excitement. Visualize your business thriving and feel the joy of helping others and making a difference in the world. Visualize the benefits coming to fruition with those around you. As you are visualizing this, pay attention to the numbers the universe is sending you for positive validation. Next, commit to taking one small, inspired action each day that aligns with your intention. Reach out to a potential client, create a new product, or share your knowledge with others. But remember, it is imperative that you protect yourself along this path. Create the intent to only take inspired action and protect yourself from anything negative while creating this action. Be sure to repeat this for at least 21 days. This is key. So, what does it really mean to bend reality to your will? It's not about becoming a puppet master, pulling strings to control the universe. It's about revisiting that childlike state of wonder, curiosity, and openness to possibilities. When we were kids, we didn't have those limiting beliefs or fears holding us back. We believed that anything was possible, didn't we? That's the state of mind you need to cultivate to bend reality to your will. What seeds of possibility did Sarah plant that blossomed when she tapped into her inner child? Remember, it's not about forcing a particular outcome, but about allowing the universe to guide you. True mastery of reality bending comes not from force or control, but from surrendering to the flow of the universe and trusting that everything is working out for your highest good. Instead of trying to swim against the current, learn to ride the waves. Trust that the universe has your back, and be open to unexpected opportunities and synchronicities. What happens if you try to force it? You'll likely encounter resistance, frustration, and disappointment. Instead, focus on aligning your energy with the flow of the universe, and trust that you will be guided to where you need to be. So, let's go live a life of magic and wonder, recognizing that reality is not fixed or predetermined, but a constantly evolving tapestry of possibilities waiting to be explored. Embrace the unknown, trust your intuition, and allow the universe to surprise you with its endless gifts. Every day is a new opportunity to create a life filled with joy, abundance, and meaning. Open your heart, trust your intuition, and let the magic unfold. And remember, when we are kids, we didn't focus on numbers, and perhaps we shouldn't focus on them so heavily as adults either, to achieve the bending of reality. Everything is about believing in yourself and taking inspired action. Let's bring Sarah, our skeptic, back into the picture. Remember her initial doubts, the eye rolls, the skeptical questions. The 3 pillars became her foundation. She sculpted her beliefs from "this is nonsense" to "I'm willing to try." Emotional alchemy helped her transform frustration into curiosity, and intentional action kept her moving forward, even when results weren't immediate. One of the final lessons Sarah learned was that bending reality isn't about instant gratification. It's about consistent alignment. Her life transformed from a series of disappointments to a journey of endless possibilities, all because she dared to believe in herself and the power within. How did Sarah, the skeptic, use belief sculpting to change? She started small, replacing negative self-talk with affirmations like, "I am capable, I am worthy, I am open to receiving." Emotional alchemy became her daily practice. When doubt crept in, she acknowledged it, felt it, and then consciously chose to focus on gratitude and optimism. Intentional action was her compass, guiding her toward goals that aligned with her values. All of this changed her. It also created a positive ripple effect in her life. Her newfound confidence inspired her friends and family, her positive attitude brightened their days, and her success motivated them to pursue their own dreams. In the future, Sarah plans to start a mentorship program, sharing her knowledge and empowering others to bend their reality and create fulfilling lives. And because of these major changes, take note of the number 555. Change is in the air. Bending reality isn't about forcing the universe to do your bidding. It's about achieving a harmonious balance between your internal world, your thoughts, emotions, and beliefs, and your external actions. It's about creating a life filled with intention. What are the dangers of forcing an outcome? Trying to force an outcome often leads to resistance, frustration, and ethical dilemmas. It can become a slippery slope, blurring the lines between empowerment and manipulation. Ethical bending of reality is rooted in respecting free will. It's about aligning your desires with the greater good, not about controlling others. Living with intention creates a life filled with purpose, but that intention shouldn't be solely focused on self-fulfillment. Bending reality becomes truly meaningful when it creates a positive impact on others. When we are only focused on self-fulfillment, it can create feelings of emptiness, like a beautiful house with no one to share it with. Instead of buying that new car, consider supporting a local community project. Instead of indulging in another luxury purchase, donate to a cause that aligns with your values. This shift from self-centeredness to service creates a profound sense of fulfillment and amplifies the positive energy you attract. Bending reality starts with internal peace and ripples outward, creating harmony for those around you and ultimately for the world. How does changing your internal world impact external perspectives? When you cultivate inner peace, you radiate calmness and compassion, influencing the people around you. This creates a chain reaction of positivity, transforming relationships and communities. World peace isn't some lofty ideal. It's the sum total of individual acts of kindness, understanding, and empathy. It all begins with the decision to bend your own reality towards love, compassion, and harmony. This creates a life filled with alignment with yourself and your spirituality, so take note of the number 666. Now, let's address some remaining questions and concerns that might be lingering in your mind. What if it doesn't work? What if, despite all your efforts, you don't manifest your desired outcome? First, remember the original hook, the prayer. Did it work exactly as intended? Maybe not. But the process of reciting that prayer, of focusing your intention, set you on this journey. The most important thing is the journey of self-discovery, growth, and empowerment that you've embarked on. The process of aligning your beliefs, emotions, and actions is valuable in itself, regardless of the specific outcome. How long will it take? Bending reality is a lifelong journey, not a quick fix. Results vary depending on individual circumstances, the depth of ingrained beliefs, and the level of commitment. The 3 pillars are not a one-time project. They are a continuous practice. Belief sculpting requires ongoing vigilance, constantly challenging and replacing limiting beliefs. Emotional alchemy demands daily attention, transforming negative emotions into positive catalysts. Intentional action requires unwavering focus, consistently moving toward your goals, even when the path seems unclear. Be patient with yourself, celebrate small victories, and trust that you're moving in the right direction. Am I being selfish? Is it selfish to want to improve your own life, to manifest your desires? Absolutely not, as long as your intentions are aligned with compassion and respect for others. Bending reality enhances your ability to support others by increasing your resources, expanding your influence, and boosting your energy levels. Sarah, the skeptic, found that as she bent her reality, she had more to give to her community. Her success inspired others, her positive attitude lifted their spirits, and her resources allowed her to support local causes. Remember, when you thrive, you're better equipped to help others thrive. Good luck is on your side if you keep persisting, so keep an eye out for the number 777. To help continue this journey, connect with like-minded individuals through online forums, local groups, or workshops. Share your experiences, offer support, and learn from others. Community provides accountability, encouragement, and diverse perspectives that can accelerate your progress. It also reinforces the truth that you're not alone on this journey. Many others are seeking to bend their reality, and together you can create a powerful force for positive change. There are so many other advanced guides you can use to enhance this practice. Look into quantum jumping, which is the concept of jumping from one parallel reality to another. Also, look into reality transurfing, which is navigating the currents of reality to create your desired outcomes. These are just some things you can do on top of the 3 pillars. Remember that bending reality is about aligning yourself with the flow of the universe. Tap into your inner child and view life with a sense of awe and wonder. Embrace the journey with curiosity, courage, and unwavering belief in yourself. Believe that you are capable of creating a life filled with joy, purpose, and abundance. And as you embark on this journey, know that abundance is on its way. Embrace that abundance with the number 888.